Welcome Capricorn Aquarius to your Astrodice reading for September. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you in your small horoscope for September. We got that Pisces coming out in the third house. Talking about that Mercury. Nice. So what is it? It is communicative for sure with that Mercury coming out. Okay, so how you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. This month is going to be all about that. So, and you're going to be doing it Piscean style over here, using a little Pisces energy within this house. This energy is blissful, endlessly loving, compassionate, forgiving, and it confuses and softens to resolve. So doing this with a lot of love in the third house. And the third house is talking about your potentials to learn something in your local neighborhood. This could be learning something about a brother, a sister, a friend, your coworkers within the job itself, or just learning something new, right? Just learning in itself. But remember, it's awesome because it's talking about this communication. So having this learn something is definitely going to be through having this communication, or maybe it's even something that you read, right? Or somebody was just, you know, traveling with you when you were traveling and you overheard something and you said, wow, I never knew that. And that was something you learned, right? Could be all of the above. Okay. Very communicative month this month for you, Cap Aqua. I do like that. Okay. So getting straight into the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. Straight underneath that Mercury. Let's start. And one more. Up there it is. Now starting out the month very joyous. There's a little conflict within the communication that you have. There's some communication that's bad communication. It's not making you feel very good. Could do with a third party situation. Could be somebody within the situation who is gossiping. So it does look like there is a little conflict due to gossip. Somebody's angry. Could be something that was said that you did not like, or that you overheard, something you learned about, right? Okay, so, and it does cause this little bit of a pushback over here. It feels like you're trying to ignore it as much as possible. With the Five of Wands upside down, it's like I'm not really wanting to get involved in this gossip and this it is not good. There's that third party again. So it does feel like you did hear this. Something that you heard came from another person's mouth. They were gossiping about something, and it has something to do with probably someone else that you either work with, a family member, friend, something. Wow. Yeah, you definitely learned something you did not like. So definitely this is going to be one of those, I'm gossiping about your friend. Something you may have learned about a Gemini or a Libra. And you could have heard it out of the mouth of this Leo. But it does feel like what you've learned, you've put a stop to it in the very beginning of the month. And that's because you didn't, you know, want to interact with this gossip. And that's really what it is. It's like they're talking about someone else. Okay. So that's what's going on at the very beginning of the month is bad communication. You're going to gossip about one of your friends, family members, somebody, co-worker. But it looks like you did put a stop to it, or you just stopped paying attention one way or another, because it says the Queen of Wands has just all of a sudden stopped talking. Stop gossiping. Once you learn this, I feel like you put an end to it. That's what it feels like. Okay, going mid-month. The Traveler. Now we have that travel in the Mercury. So you might have a traveler coming to see you. It could be this Queen of Wands. But you're not taking any messages from them, so it does feel like they were trying to message you. It feels like the traveler wants to come back to talk to you. and you're saying, I put an end to this relationship. So definitely you could have an ex talking bad about your new love, something of this nature. You had put a stop to it, but it looks like mid-month they want to come back. They want to try to text you, and it looks like you are ending that relationship because you have learned something about this person. And you probably learned that they're just angry, and maybe you were learning from the Page of Swords that they were talking crap, that you didn't know that at the time until it actually happened, right? Until you actually heard it out of their mouth. Wow, or seen the text or something of this nature, because you learned like, wow, okay, they really are doing this. And now it feels like they want to come back. They want to communicate with you again, and you're putting a stop to that. You're saying, we're not talking. So the communication is, but you're doing it very lovingly over here. So it's almost like, you know, you might be frustrated with them, of course, but it's not like you're not being mean and harsh to them, right? Maybe you tell them in a loving way, you know, this isn't going to work. You know, you can't do that. You know, the things you're saying are rough and mean, you know, or lies, something of this nature. But remember, you are using that forgiving and endlessly loving, compassionate piece, right? Whoa, we have two cards coming over here. Yeah, they want to take control of the situation. Could be dealing also with a Capricorn who feels like they're in control of the situation. They may be telling you that they're in control of the situation. Maybe it was the Capricorn who was, you know, having all these issues as one of the third parties. They're escaping the situation, but there's also this control. It's like you're escaping the situation while this Capricorn says, I've got everything under control now. We're not going to allow this. With the Ace of Coins over here, it's like you are going after your own victory and success, not taking their messages, not worrying about them anymore. Even though they are literally coming at you, it feels like they want to try to fix the situation with the Magician over here, but you are not taking any action on that at all. Like I said, you could forgive them and say, you know, you put yourself into a raw situation, you know, but, you know, and maybe it was your love who was talking all this smack about your brother or your sister, and you've put it into the love, because this is also, could be giving your love a breather at this time. So if you feel like, you know, if it's your situation to where this loved one was talking bad about your friends, you, whoever, right? Take it how the situation is. No matter what, you feel like you're not going to take action towards this anymore. And it does feel like somebody else has got the grip on this as well as yourself. Maybe you're even learning that this person was in a third-party situation. Maybe you're learning it from the other person. Ouch. Maybe that's why you're giving your love a breather. Could be a huge scenario for some of you. And at the end of the month, you have the Emperor upside down. The harmony. Well, there's a lot more harmony going on, but you do have somebody watching you, and I think that whoever this was, they're watching you. They're spying on you. It could literally be the person who you didn't want to talk to anymore, that you let go. But you definitely have this person over here spying on you, wanting to know what you're doing. And obviously it's the person that you no longer want to deal with. And they're saying, yeah, well, I'm gonna watch you now. Or if this is a third-party situation, maybe it's you over here, Capricorn, saying, I'm watching every step you're doing. And we're taking a breather over here. Listening, paying attention, learning with the Page of Swords. The Emperor upside down, they're trying to get you unstable. The communication is unstable. They are trying to fight with you this month because of love. Oh, I think some of you have a third-party situation. You're trying to keep the peace and the harmony over here, and this is where that Pisces is really coming in, because you're really trying to put, like, you know, you have one foot in the water and one out, and it's kind of like, yeah, I'm trying to keep balanced over here, keep my emotions balanced. You're waiting also, you know, just kind of like moderate tempers over here, keeping your tempers at bay, keeping yourself in moderation of how you feel, and your feelings and emotions are very, no matter what, they're very balanced. But like I said, you're kind of keeping one foot into the situation and one foot out of the situation, and that's the only way it feels like you can keep yourself balanced for harmony. And that's where you're becoming kind of withdrawn, reflecting upon the situation of what to do. But there is some over emotions over here, a little bit from you, and it also could be because of all the emotions that are spreading out from this other person as they're trying to communicate with you on what's going on. They want to know if this relationship is going to proceed. Is it going to continue with success? You're looking to see, you know, you're like going inside to see if you should do anything with this person. Should I, you know, proceed or walk away? It feels to me like a lot of you are just going to walk away and find your happiness somewhere else. But there is a lot going on over here, and it does feel like this person is making this communication and trying to confess their love over here so that they want this continued relationship. I'm so sorry, guys, but it really feels like a third-party situation. Spying, it's imbalanced, and you know that this is not justified, not fair. It's unfair to you. This could be a Libra once again, like I said before. And you're learning maybe that they were the cheater, and you learned it from this other person, or vice versa. However, with the star over here, it's like you're looking for the hopes and promises, but they're trying to give you hopes and promises, and I see that here. They want to try to promise you things, but the things that you have learned are not justified. You have learned that they are lying with the justice upside down. There is no truth in what they're trying to tell you. It's almost like they keep communicating with you, and it almost feels like you're kind of watching them. And the more they keep going after you, the more lies you keep finding. Wow. So there is definitely a cycle change within this relationship, whether this is friends, love, family, however it is going to make a cycle change. And it's going to be more of the change of the way you're seeing them, the way you're perceiving this whole situation. Because like I said, the more they keep communicating, the more lies keep coming out of their mouth. And it's almost like they're trying to protect themselves. It's almost like they're trying to protect themselves by holding this sword up so that way they can, and arguing with you at the point to keep the love relationship alive for a lot of you. Okay, to keep it everything the way they want it to be. It's kind of a manipulating, definitely, look at that, manipulating. Definitely a manipulating situation. So definitely I'm going to say here, there's a lot of argument because they are trying to manipulate the situation to keep the love relationship going, or any, you know, the relationship itself. Like I said, friends, family, whatever. But it's, like I said, everything comes out of their mouth is just untruthful. And it's like you're noticing this with the star card. It's like, I perceive what's going on. I'm not blind. Right? But boy, they're trying their hardest. So, okay. But like I said over here, you're just trying to keep yourself balanced over here and just trying to be as compassionate as possible. Maybe it's because there's something else going on that you know how to keep yourself there. You just don't want to be confused. And maybe that's just softened to resolve the situation from fighting, which we see as here as well. Well, whatever. You know what? I'm not going to fight with you over here, but boy, are they arguing. So, okay. Until next time, my friends. Peace and love. Bye-bye.